Alrighty. Hello, folks, and welcome to today's How to Write, Publish, and Market Your Nonfiction Book event. My name is Dr. Christine Sauer, and I'm here with my partner in business, Gary Daniel, and a few wonderful people that have decided to join us. Welcome, everybody. What we are doing today is first we'll introduce us a little bit, and then we'll talk about who we are and why we are qualified to teach about that in the first place. And then we want to introduce the book writing process and specifically how you can write books faster and easier, specifically nonfiction books, with the support of specialized AI tools like our Authors AI that Gary, Daniel, and I together prompted and refined so it works like very well. Now, we are a nonprofit organization, the AI Wellness Universe. We founded it as a community for wellness entrepreneurs and coaches to collaborate and educate each other because we like to learn from each other. So our members, our pro members specifically, are able to do events and share knowledge and collaborate with each other. It's nice. We also supply specialized AI tools for less. We are the only organization right now that supplies specialized wellness-focused health and wellness AI apps that are easy to use, no prompting needed, for wellness entrepreneurs that help with content creation as well as business growth. And got a very new, we are at the forefront really with that. They also book appointments now and generate funnels and all those good things. Gary and I met. We are fueled by passion, by vision, and over 70 years of a combined industry experience. And you'll learn a little bit what exactly that means. Okay, good morning. Yes, hello, Stephanie. Happy to have you here too. Now, we'll start with a poll because I'm very curious. So I always ask, let me find the poll thing. Are you a published author yet? And that can be a very quick poll. Let's launch it. Can't I launch it? Is it launched? I think, can you see it, Gary? Yeah, should be there.
Yes, we have it.
Perfect.
Very
So
good.
just make a choice, yes or no. And as soon as we have the answers, we have somebody else.
Oh, I'm not seeing it. Did you put the poll up, Christine? I'm not seeing that.
You don't see it? Okay, let's edit it and save it. And it says it's launched. Okay, let's go back and try that again.
I'm not seeing it on my end. No,
See it? Hmm,
no, not yet.
that is unusual, but nothing is impossible these days with technology. So just put it in the chat. If you're a published author, put in yes. If you're not a published author, not yet. Thank you, Stephanie, for doing exactly that. So Gary, you have to put no because you're not yet. I, of course, have published, I think, 13 books so far, but we are in the process of publishing my 14th and Gary's first book. What is it again? Soulful Selling in the Digital World. That will
We're selling in the digital age. Yes,
because
excited about that topic. I think that's important. The digital age changes everything. Sometimes people feel like they lose their human touch, and we don't want that to happen. So we are writing about that, and we developed that concept, Christine and I. So we're writing a book about it. It's going to be fascinating.
So let me tell you a little bit about myself as a presenter. Why am I qualified to teach that topic specifically for wellness entrepreneurs? Well, I have been around a little bit, 40 years in health and wellness, to say this, the least. I was trained in Germany as a physician and a naturopath. Um, I then came to Canada about 30 years ago, where I met my second husband that brought me here. I had a stint with mental illness and physical illness that delayed everything, but you never give up. So I also am a certified soulful nutrition, health and life master coach. I'm a certified havening techniques practitioner, which is a psychosensory method that uses neuroscience. So it's a very interesting method. I love it. I'm also a certified brain health and mental health coach, certified by Dr. Daniel Amen. I'm not sure if that's a name familiar. He is one of the most prolific writers and psychiatrists in the US. I wrote books like Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, that changed my brain and my life. I'm very grateful to him and his team. I'm also a gastrointestinal disease specialist. And out of that came my latest book, written with the AI support, the 4-week Gut Restoration Protocol, a very good book, by the way. I happen to be a multiple international #1 best-selling author, and I've spoken on TEDx stages and on BLU stages. You can find that on my YouTube channel. It's quite exciting to do so, I can tell you. And if you need to go there, I don't actually help you get on TEDx, but I can tell you who does. I have friends who help with everything. So if you ever want something that we don't offer, please let me know. And I'm always happy to refer to you to somebody I know, because I know pretty much anybody that does anything. And well, so again, I have a few books on Amazon. I think, Gary, you put a link to my author page on it from Amazon. And I grew up in Germany. I have 2 sons. They now live still in Germany. I'm a grandmother of 8. I became a physician. I'm now retired. Uh, I love people first, technology second, and fun third. And I'm happiest when I can combine all 3. So all my events and teaching always laced with some element of fun. So if you see something funny, feel free to laugh. I love to write. I always write everything. I'm a #1 international best-selling author, TEDx. Yeah, just a few years back, I founded the AI wellness universe when I met Gary after AI came on. Of course, I was one of the early adopter of ChatGPT, and I called her a little bit friendly. I said to her, I said, ChatGPT, do you mind if I call you Chatty? And she said, no, not at all. You can call me whatever you want. And so I said, okay, how about if I assign you the gender female? Would that be okay? And she said, sure. So from then on, Chatty is a female for me. So that was ChatGPT is already outdated. ChatGPT is a first generation AI tool. Then came custom ChatGPTs. They're a little better. They still are around. Second generation AI tools still require you to prompt. And then, of course, our system is built on a platform that allows us to use third generation AI tools. And God knows where it goes, but we are trying to swim on top of the wave. You know, when you ride a wave, you have to stay on top or the wave will crush you. That will happen to everybody that does not use AI. Now, then I met Gary, and Gary's background was what a serendipity in sales and marketing. Another 30 years. He did corporate sales and marketing and didn't enjoy it too much because he had to sell stuff that he didn't really want to buy himself and consume himself. I won't name names. So he was happy to transition into wellness, and he trained as a certified AI specialist. He's a pretty smart guy, I must say. He's all 1000x certified LLM prompting expert. So together we can work miracles with AI. No, no, not miracles. He's a professional, he's a Soulful Leaders transformational life coach and health and life coach. I, by the way, train both of those certification trainings. And you will see if you watch his videos on YouTube or join us to the events. He's a very strategic person, a calm and patient mentor and teacher, as opposed to me, I'm a little more flashy. He's a fitness enthusiast. He's a father, a husband, and he loves dogs, just like I. With over 3 decades corporate experience, he is back in corporate. Well, we are not a large corporation. We are actually a miniature corporation, but we enjoy working together and helping others understand AI, use AI for the benefit of their business, of wellness and goodness, because we have a mission. Our mission is to increase goodness and wellness in the real universe with AI tools. And that is where the human element has to come in. Without humans, AI can be cold and, and nasty, and we don't want that. There has to be something that opposes the evil use of AI. We are trying to do our part with that. Now, you can have fun with AI. For example, AI avatars are far ahead. This was me speaking at a recent event. This is me with a little AI ball. This is me in Germany with a dirndl. And this is me in India at the Taj Mahal. Now, these all are AI avatars. I never was at the Taj Mahal. This is not my real person, although I look good. This looks like me, but this has never happened. But I love to teach. And this is a real image that AI prompted to. Now, that said, I wrote by now about 13 books. This is a selection of them on Amazon. The first one I wrote was this here, Eating for Vibrant Health and Explosive Energy. I wrote it in 2016, 17, self-published it, did everything myself, didn't pay a penny. And you can do the same thing. Publishing a book on Amazon, if you self-publish it with Kindle and KDP, it does not cost a penny. Then I wrote the F-word diet, where I got a little bit help with the wonderful title page. And I wrote a few collaboration books and another few books that I self-published. This one is a professional title page, My Daily Sparkle of Gratitude, a gratitude journal. I think gratitude is a very important habit and to have. And I'm very grateful for every little things that happens in my life. And for this little sparkle here, that I'm able to share this with you. I'm deeply grateful. And I say thank you to everything and to the Creator. They charged you $9.99 to print and publish. Well, Amazon KDP, you can publish it for free as a Kindle. If you want a printed copy, you can publish it as a paperback also for free. Yeah, it costs you elbow grease. You have to work at it. But for the paperback, you will have to, when you want actually paperback book in your hand, and here's my paperback, for example, of that book. That cost me, I think, $3. That is an author's copy. Now, that is, they print it on demand, so you don't have to take 10,000 copies. You can buy just 3. Yeah, ebooks should be possible to do free. So they charge you for their part of the work. What I do is I teach people how to do it themselves. And if it's in a group, the teaching is not that expensive. And that way you do it yourself and you can publish as many books as you want after you know how to do it yourself, if that's what you want. I mean, some people say, no, I'd rather pay $3,000 and have a publisher do it. That's fine too. Now, that said, my latest book, of course, The Shining Star in the AI Universe, that was an AI book, Uppsala. This is an AI assisted book, The Gut Restoration Protocol. Excellent book, by the way. You have 12 books. Good for you. I really can't wait to see them all. Then, think about this. There's many reasons to be an author. And many people only think about 1 or 2. Now, your goal may be to use the book as a lead magnet, for example, for your coaching business. And I've done that extensively. All of my books are lead magnets of some kind. I give away part or all of that for free in return of the information of the coach or clients. And then I can book a call with them or put them on my email list and help them understand who I am. We get acquainted. And if they then choose, most don't, but if some choose, they can work with me and achieve their goals faster and easier than they could by themselves. A second goal that is very important, especially for experts, and we have a few experts here on the call, is to inform the public, to share something that you learned, your story, your expertise. The public needs it. There's not enough books out there. And to establish yourself as an authority is also good. Because if you are an author, a published author, that gives you a certain authority. You can say, yeah, I'm an author. I have a book out there. And if you want to make it a #1 bestseller, that is usually not free unless you're very famous like Stephen King. But you can become a best-selling author for about $1,500 and get the title if that's worth it for you. A book is often published in the hopes that it will earn you royalties and income. And I often hate to squash the hopes of that because most books do not sell enough copies to get you significant royalties. For example, I have the 13 books out there now, and I get maybe $10 royalties a month. And I don't know, Stephanie, with your 12 books, do you get a significant amount of royalties? Just put it in the chat box. I'm just curious because there is author Stephen King, for example. He sells millions of copies. He makes millions with his books. So per book, you get between 6 and 8% of the sales price of the profit of Amazon as royalty. So just so you have an idea, if your book costs 99 cents, you don't get much royalties from that. Now, the main thing why most people really can't stop writing, including myself, is of course it's so much fun and it's satisfying. And with AI, it's even better. I can't stop writing and having fun and saying, wow, that looks great. Look at this cat. Even the cat likes to read and write. How to train your human. Yes, that's exactly what cats want to do, right? Any cat lover knows that. I'm not a cat lover, but my neighbor is. And I always train cat pictures. It's an AI picture, by the way, from our AI system. I do that in the evening when I visit my neighbor with a cat, and I usually prompt cat pictures to make her laugh. Now, with the nonfiction books, I looked at the global market report and the forecast for 2025, and it is still expected to increase. People crave nonfiction books. They buy them, they read them, they consume them. There's constantly new books being written. So don't think just because you look on Amazon, oh, there's so many books out there. Don't think your book has no chance. On the contrary, this world is full of people, 8 billion so far. Your book has a purpose, has a place, and it will have readers if it's a book, a good book. And I assume it will be. Let's talk how you actually put the book in the marketplace. There's 3 big parts of any book launch. There's, of course, a writing part. And actually, on Saturday, we have a full day writing event. So if you have a book idea, a started manuscript, I invite you to join us. And Gary will share the link to the event. You get half off right now. And you can you get our author AI tools with it, included in the price, and you can actually at the event you can write the whole book manuscript, not publish it. That's too much in a day. But you have to edit it too. But you can write from idea to finished manuscript. We had a great event, the first one of it in March, and the people were floored. They couldn't believe how easy it is to write a really good manuscript with AI and how fast and what the AI comes up with it. And of course, I'll lead you through all the phases, make sure that it gets something decent and not one of those stupid AI things that just has nothing in it. Because you want to bring your humanity out in your book. You also want to have the structure and the consistency that AI can provide you. AI has many other advantages, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, publishing is important, but before you publish your manuscript, you need to think about the marketing part. And I talk about all 3 things at the Saturday event, but I actually have a dedicated marketing event in June 7th for those that know that they want to use their book for a marketing purpose, not just to be out there and published. Because before you publish it, when you want it to be a bestseller, you have to have a contract or you have to have a large community that will help you make it a bestseller. No book is automatically a bestseller. That's impossible. And I'll talk about the details actually in the event on Saturday. But you can definitely get it. Publishing is relatively simple, to be honest, and marketing is a very difficult part to do it right. And depending, as I said before, on the purpose. Now, you might have heard in the context of marketing from a book funnel or the business flywheel. These are things that I also teach in the marketing events because your audience looks at the book and everybody starts with just looking. Then they consider, is that a book that might help me with whatever it is you're helping people with? And then they can become clients or purchase your book. Now, today, let's think about your book. And I hope that this poll will work. I'll try it. I would like to know, what is the purpose of your book? Can you see that, Gary?
No, there's nothing there, Christine. I don't know what's going on.
It says a poll has been launched in this meeting, but nobody can see it. Okay, then I'll just ask you to put it in the chat again. Sometimes we have to improvise with technology. I like technology. I love it when it works. It's frustrating if not, and we all know that frustration by now. So please just put in the chat box, what is the purpose of the book that you are thinking about writing or that you already have written in part or completely? What do you want to do with it when it grows up, like we say with people? Do you want it to be a lead magnet? Do you want to earn royalties? Do you want to inform the public? So here's a few different options. Let's just go back. Do you want to be an authority? What's the most important thing for you? You can say several things. I mean, a book can fulfill several purposes. Many people wrote a book, and me included, that informs the public, establishes yourself as an authority, maybe earns you a little bit of royalties and income, and then you can use it as a lead magnet to generate income by coaching, mentoring, or whatever other things you sell. Okay, 3 self-help books and 4 Christian books and 7 other non-fiction and 2 romance novels. Cool. So Stephanie, let me ask you, what's the purpose of your books? Is it royalties? Inform the public in income. Okay, how's it working for you so far? It is? You get good royalties? I mean, informing the public, I have no question. Because from what you say, it sounds like it's really, really good books. Okay, I don't want to put you on the spot, but it's great. I love people that write books, and I love writing books. Now, with AI, the writing, okay, I haven't published them all yet. Sure, no problem. Now, writing with Authors AI, why would you write a book with the assistance of AI? I never suggest writing a book just with AI. Now, you can generate and organize your ideas much, much easier. AI can help you break through writer's block instantly. It helps you to maintain more consistency in style and voice. And what I found when I started writing books with AI, when I click our little app, and I can demo it if you have enough time. If not, I demo it in detail on the authors event on Saturday, coming up in 2 days. I actually show exactly how it works. When you have an outline done by AI, I always am surprised to find topics that I didn't think about. And when I look at them, I said, yeah, why didn't I come up with that? That is something that my audience really wants to read about. This is necessary. Okay, good for you. Yeah, I'd be very happy, Stephanie, to have you on Saturday and help you with your book in detail. Or we do also one-on-one mentoring for people that are interested in it. Maintain more speeds up writing by about half of the time. It's so much faster. It's basically really, you click a button, you have a title selection. You pick a title, you think about it, you say, okay, I want this title pick, done. Then you click the second button, it generates an outline. You look at the outline, you use your human brain to say, does it make sense or not? If not, change it. You can do it right in the AI apps. I show that on Saturday. And you can change it easily. And if you do, if you're happy with your outline, you click the next button and it creates actually chapters for each topic. And then you can click another button and it expands the chapters. Now, that is pretty much as far as AI goes. You can use AI, of course, to research special aspects, to generate stories, but I always recommend use your real stories, human stories. AI can give you ideas, but it hallucinates. If you tell AI, invent a story of a young man that jumped from a cliff, it will do that, but it doesn't make sense. I'm always a fan of real. AI stirred me up. Good for you. Yeah. And you can definitely publish them, and I can show you the way, the path. I actually give the path away as a PDF and I show you the walkthrough on the event on Saturday. Now, here's one of our authors, Ian McVicar. He is an ex-Navy veteran, wonderful guy. He was really surprised. The paragraph expander helped him write his memoirs of military and survival so much faster and easier, he told me. Now, let's talk about the publishing beings. I agree, human beings should have human touch. I do not want anybody to write a book with AI only. It just doesn't make sense. I totally agree. And I see the fear often in people that AI will take away our humanity and will be a cold robot. And yes, it can be abused like that. And I think as humans, we need to learn as much as we can about what AI can do, because like any very powerful tool, like the atomic energy, it can be used for the good of humanity. In the atomic energy, it can generate energy, can light up homes, can heat homes. Or it can be used for the destruction of humanity, what happened in Hiroshima. So it all can be used for good or for bad. And our mission at the AI Wellness Universe is to teach people to use AI for the good of humanity. And the more people do that, the more we have counterweight against those people that are already using it not for good. So let's talk about part 2, the publishing process. The first step is you need to select your platform. Do you want to self-publish it on Amazon completely free? You can do it. That's the easiest way. If you plan on publishing a paperback, you can go through Ingram Spark or other platforms, and it's a little easier, but you can do both. There's no limit. There's about 5 or 6 platforms that I recommend that work for this. Now, depending on the platform, you need to format your manuscript correctly. Yeah, sure, you can start your own company. Why not? It's not that hard these days. And depending on where you are locally, I can actually definitely help you because I've done it and I know what can go wrong. Actually, we teach this 10 steps to grow your own coaching business. That's something we are teaching. Actually, I give away my book for free. That's another thing. Gary, why don't you just scrape it in? I think it's easy-ai.org, and people can just download it if they want it. Now,
Getting it right now, Christine.
oh, I didn't write it down? Yeah.
No, I'm getting it right now.
Okay, awesome.
I'll put it in there.
It's a pretty good book. And oops, what did I do here? I don't know. I messed it up. That's me. Okay. I'm human. That's a good thing. AI never messes up. It just hallucinates. Human can hallucinate, but they can mess up and they can make mistakes. And then they say, oops, and fix it. That's a nice part. I love humans. Now, Ingram Spark, of course, the format has to be correct. Then you have to find out how do you want to price it. So then you have to go on the platform and see comparable books. How much do they sell for? Not what they're offered for, because if nobody buys them, I mean, you can put any price of your book. Amazon allows you. I could put $150 on my book, but who would buy a 40 or 80-page self-help book for $150? Probably nobody. So it has to be competitively paced. And that's the whole strategy. And in Amazon KDP, you have the option to give it away for a few days while you build your audience and tell them ahead of time. You can create a hype to increase sales. You can reward them with coupons if they give you a review and stuff like that. Of course, you need to know where your book will be sold internationally through online retailers, physical bookstores. You need to know what to do about your copyright and publication rights. whether you want to give global rights, region-specific distribution, want to have it in the bookstores, or if online is what you desire. But I can tell you to have your book in hand, even if it's on Kindle, and look at it on your phone or device and say, hey, I published it. It's a great feeling. And I want all of you to have that. Okay, yes, absolutely. What's said? Yeah, thank you, Gary. Now, the next part, and not the last part, and that's actually the part that lasts on, that never ends, is marketing your book. Because depending on what you want to do, most people want to have a book, at least in part, to generate some kind of income, to build an online presence, for other people to see it, because otherwise it's just a book that's collecting digital dust, as a term that Gary coined. I love it, on Amazon's shelves. And you don't want a book that's just rotting there and nobody ever looks at it. And there's, believe me, millions of such books on Amazon's shelf that are collecting a lot of digital dust. You can use a book to generate leads. That's a top of the funnel product, as I call it. Of course, you can leverage book reviews and testimonials to establish yourself as the authority that you are. You can use the book to participate in events and speaking engagements. And I have done that. I use my books regularly when I speak in front of people, and sometimes it's helpful to have it in the back of the room for them to purchase. And that's even nicer. From Amazon. You can have them printed and for cheap, and you can sell them for whatever you want. You will be seen as an expert, as an influencer. You can easier collaborate with other influencers and experts because they wrote a book too, so they want to collaborate with you and they want to do a swap. Podcast swap. You can go on video shows, talk about your book. You might have seen that on YouTube. Many people do that. I've done it extensively. We have 2 podcasts now, right, Gary? And of course, you can use your book to utilize the content to do email marketing, create an audience. And if you're a coach, you can sell secondary services. And if you're not a coach, you can still sell all kinds of related products. Some people sell even cups or t-shirts. Anything is possible. Now, before we get to the question, I just wanted to remind you, we have the live workshop coming up on Saturday. Gary is so kind and put the event on. If you want to come, we would invite you to come. There's a coupon too. Gary, put that out, please, that you can get $50 off today just because you came to this event. Because we really want to help you and become a published author and write the book and finish the manuscript and then publish it. And then maybe even market it and be happy authoring more books because we love books. And in the event pricing, and you will see that on the landing page when you look at it, there's Authors AI included. So you already have the tools when you purchase the event to get started. Now, what do other people say that worked with us? And where at the last event, we got very nice feedback. Karen, a coach and energy healer, says very helpful, and the resources, yeah, we give lots of resources, invaluable, and they love the interaction and the quality instruction. Thank you very much. I love people. Now, please, at this point, feel free to put your question in the chat box, and I'll promise to answer them all. So feel free to put question. We'll love to serve others to coaching. Yeah, I train coaches. I use our nonprofit pricing for our coach training certification programs for the Certified Soulful Leaders Transformational Life Coaching Program. I think we charge currently only $199 for a 6 weeks program. That's with certification exam. It's very good, by the way, if you do it, the exercises. And then for the life and health coaching program for soulful nutrition, health and life is a dual certification program. That is after that, we charge for both together, I think $498. I think we have to make the prices higher because the health coaching program is a little more involved. But they're excellent. Well, what can I say? I'm the boss. I have to say that, so I'm partial. Now, question we often get, And feel free to ask away. I'm just sharing what other people asked, but you can ask your questions. We always are happy to answer. How do we know if AI tools can really help me to write a better book? You don't. And honestly, we can't guarantee it, but our author AI tools are specifically designed to enhance your writing by providing ideas, by structuring your content, and by offering suggestions that elevate your unique voice, and that will ensure that your voice stands out. And let me tell you, my latest book, The 4-Week Gut Restoration Protocol, is so much better because I used AI, and I actually wrote it in 2 weeks. I had it in my head. I wanted to write it for 40 years. Since I became a doctor, I wanted to write a book on the importance of gut health. It was in my head. There was pieces on my hard drive collecting Gary's digital dust, and it never came to fruition. And then we had the author's AI, and I actually did it. I got AI support and I wrote it. And it's a good book. I will at some point have a second edition with a professional cover. Now, another of our participants, Elaine, she's a leadership coach. She loved it. She said it exceeded my expectation and she enjoyed the step-by-step support. Thank you, Elaine. And another question we often get, do I have to be an experienced writer to write with AI? Is it suitable for beginners? And really, it is very suitable for beginners. You have to know nothing, well, English is helpful, to, to write a book with AI support. Well, if you are not an expert, if you don't know nothing about a topic, it will take you much longer because you will have to do more research. We give you all the tools to do the research. You get kind of a ChatGPT, we call it a chatty. It's a ChatGPT simulator as part of our system that you get with the Authors AI event to try. So I would love to have you see that. So it's both for beginners and seasoned authors because we provide the guidance and training for all skill levels to help you achieve your publishing goals. And I don't think there's another AI system on the market that is easy to use and has all the support and nonprofit. Alrighty. Eva is a wonderful holistic health coach. She's writing a book currently. She loved the workshop. She learned a lot. She's a wonderful person, member of our system. What if I don't have any experience with SEO? We get asked. SEO, search engine optimization, and now it's expanded. It's also for answer engines like ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, and similar. They both work, and we have specialized tools to optimize your blog posts, actually to write them with AI, and then go back and edit them with human ingenuity to make them really good. And they really get better because they do have the keyword at the required density to make them stand out. So Google and other search engines and ChatGPT, because you have the FAQ automatically with it, they will recognize, hey, that's a good post. Other people will want to read it. That is the main criteria for Google and ChatGPT and other engines to show your blog or your content to others now. They have a very detailed algorithm. It's getting more and more complex. Ken Dorsey really enjoyed it. He's a project manager. So it was a fun class. Thank you, Ken. I love having fun. Enjoying and learning. Yeah, I love that. I never learn anything when I have to dredge it, and I want to enjoy what I'm learning. Now, are AI-generated book covers really as good as ones made by designers? And there the answer is it depends. If you look at the spelling of the title, you have quite still some effort to get it right sometimes. But the images, especially from our Easy Eye system, are stunning. Just look at this one here. This is what I made in one of the evenings at my neighbor's, the cat person. And I said to her, what would your cat write for a book? And she looked at me, you're crazy. She said, my cat would never write a book. And I said, well, let's see. The cat's name is Brandy, so she's an author. And I said, what would she write? And she said she wouldn't write. Oh, she could write the Cat Chronicles. Hasn't she had a lot of experiences in your household? She's 8 years old, a lovely Himalayan cat. So I called it Memoirs of a Priced Cat, plugged it in our system, and a minute later she had that book cover. She looked at it and said, "Wow, I want that." Okay. That was fun. See, that it's fun. And I did that on my cell phone, by the way. Our AI system works perfectly on the phone. If you don't have a very old flip phone. My phone is 3 years old. It works just fine. Uh, Another of our authors, she came and she worked on solidifying the topics and the chapters. It's coming together. And Gary, why don't you share again the landing page and the coupon code so people that are still on the fence can join us for Saturday, and we will also send you a replay for those who weren't there. And if you make the decision that you want to join us for Saturday, fine. And we probably will have another of those events before the fall. I'm not quite sure. It may be after the break, summer break, but we might just transform it into a webinar and an automated thing. But live events are so much more engaging. I love live events. So how can I be sure this process will make me a best-selling author? Some people ask. Now, honestly, we cannot guarantee it. Nobody realistically can. I know people that take about $1,500 to $3,000 and they make you very likely a best-selling author. So it works. I haven't met very few people that became a best-selling author without investing in that process. If that's the first time you hear it, it is frustrating. Yes, I can post certifications. What's the name of the book? You get a certificate for our coaching programs. They are not accredited, so you don't get coverage by insurances, but you are a certified coach after that, life or health coach. The name of the book, which book are you asking for? I'm not quite sure which one you mean. So the ultimate goal, if your ultimate goal is to become a bestseller, I would love for you to let me know, and I can certainly connect you to 2 or 3 people that I know. They all have those bestseller events, and they offer part usually in a collaboration book, but very likely becomes a bestseller. I might do it in the fall because I know the process. I just have to make a contract with one of those people that push it through their large, very large audience to do so. Okay. Other voices. Oh, Peggy, she's such a wonderful emotional eating coach. She enjoys my method of teaching. Thank you, Peggy, and easy to follow. Yeah, I try to make it easy. AI can be easy, really, it can. What if I don't have much time, if I'm a full-time worker? Well, AI cuts your time that you need to make a book work by half. Any other questions? And please, if you find questions afterwards, feel free to reply to any of our emails or on our website. Gary, why don't you just put our AI Wellness Universe website in? There's a telephone number on top, and you actually can call it on your cell phone or text it. And we have a wonderful receptionist. Her name is Larissa. She is an AI agent. She will greet you, she will take your information, and then she will let us know that you called. And we can call you back, text you back, or email you with the answers to your questions. And she's available 24/7. Larissa is very nice. Uh, where do we go from here, you may ask? We are coming to the close slowly. As I said, we are inviting you very cordially to join us on Saturday or to another of our events. We have those full day events for authors. We also have mentorship programs, and we have authors AI up bundles. Usually they start at $39.95. Right now, for participants here, we have a special on. We give you not just our authors AI, but the complete AI, which is authors AI, food AI, sales AI. What do we have? Bible AI. I forget. Explorer AI. We have one more. What is it? Entrepreneurs AI. Everything you need to grow a wellness business. It's usually $69.95. You can get it at this event or with the link after the event if you ask, because we know that you were here for $27.97 for the rest of the time that you keep it. And we'll even include the event if you get it today. I think we have a link for that too. I'm not sure. Gary will know. He's a specialist for everything technical and good. He's just a good guy. Okay.
Christine, sorry, which link were you talking about?
I think it is the thank
The
you.
last one?
I think so. Try that one. I hope it's the right link. I'll put it in the chat myself. Try to click on it and it might give you the whole thing. Okay, let me send it. Oops. Yeah, I send it. Let me see what does it for me. Does it take me? Oops. Yeah, it takes you to the writing event and there's different packages. Yeah. Oh, I'm still sharing. That's fine. Let me stop the share and share correctly. Okay, share the whole thing. So you can really see what I'm sharing here. Yeah, here we go. The bootcamp in life, that's live. Bundle price, of course, you can get that. And if something doesn't work, we are just the two of us managing the whole business. I can't believe we do that, but we manage somehow. But there's hooks, nooks, crannies. That's why we can keep it so low cost. And that's why we can give you all that for the nonprofit price. We are still looking, by the way, for volunteers that want to join our audience, help us with events, help us with blog posting, help us with other things. Yeah, here's it's a nice feedback. Be our guest. We love to collaborate with anybody. Just ask. We have a happiness guarantee, so feel free to reserve your spot. Click to
Christine, can you show that? Oh, sorry, the picture with your books on it again had a good shot. It was bigger that people could see because somebody was asking about one of your books, and I think it might have been the gut health protocol book you were talking about.
Okay. Now let me see the gut health protocol. Best is actually to look on the Amazon page because they have a really good book author page. Let me just grab it. Let me look for my author's page. Here we go. Yeah. And then you can see how a typical Amazon authors page looks too. That is quite interesting. This is my Amazon authors page. You can see that. And it's, of course, a good book. And here's the other books you can choose. Not all have stars. I never promoted anything, and I still get stars. Look at that. Nice. Thank you. They're pretty nice books, actually. This is a 4-week gut restoration protocol. You can buy it on Kindle. You can actually read a sample, and you can buy it as a paperback. It looks a little different because I didn't want to invest in the time, especially to have it done. I will do that eventually and launch it because you can do that. You can just get it out there, see how it does, and when people like it, and this is a good book, I really wanted it out there. And this is an AI cover, by the way. I prompted that. It's pretty nice. And we have a few other books on the roll, and it's 147 pages, so there's good content in it. I would love it for you to have it. Let me just grab the link. There's a link. Let me find that here on Zoom. There. That's a link to the Amazon book, the 4-week gut restoration protocol. If you want to buy it, I'll be very happy to have you as a reader, and I would ask you if you like it to write a review for me, or you can also call me directly or email me and let me know what you think. I'm always happy for feedback, and I'm always happy to help people with their gut because it's one of my specialties. Any other questions?
I'm trying to get in your Saturday seminar,
Mm-hmm.
the book writing seminar. I can't get in.
Okay, let me see if I can get you a better link. It's probably the best to find it on Eventbrite. Do you just want the event?
I'm in Eventbrite now.
Okay. And you can't purchase it? With
I
the,
can't purchase it. It won't let me in.
or you have to create it.
I wrote the number down and everything, but it gives me the agenda, but I can't pay to get in. I'm trying to pay to get in and use the coupon.
You have an account?
Yes, I have an account with Eventbrite.
Now, uh, how about this? Stay on the call and we'll stay on and I'll make sure that you get it afterwards.
Okay, okay,
And we'll
okay,
wait until everybody is gone, and then I let you share your screen because I don't want anybody else to see your screen. Fair enough?
okay.
Okay, thank you, Stefan. Okay,
Thank you.
today, any other questions? Okay, I hope to see you Saturday, and that's it for today. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and I'm excited to see your book come to fruition.